Hello, welcome my storybook sisters. We're here with Jackie, my little sweet Jackie nurser, and I was just kind of going off on my whole vlogging, nursing booby journey, and I just want to share, like, don't ever be ashamed to nurse your baby. Like, these are our boobies. Like, why do women have boobs, boobies, breasts, chi-chis, cha-chas, moo-moos? Why do we have these? This is why. And look, are kind of weird, funny, floppy looking boobies now because I've been doing that for 7 years. Like, be proud. Like, I am a proud nurser, and I know it's harder with your first baby since this is my third baby and I've been nursing for a really long time. Like, just be proud of your boobies and nursing your baby. Like, here's to booby power and nursing your babies, because I think it rocks and it's amazing, and it's why we were born with boobs. Like, that's really woes us. Why? And this is super weird, but all of my milk has dried up out of this left boob. It's been like that for years, and all of a sudden last night before bed I start to go to bed and my boob just freaking hurts. Like, it starts feeling like I'm getting mastitis, which I've had mastitis like with my first 2 babies. I would say I probably had mastitis about 8 times. Mastitis is this horrible thing that you get in your boobies, and it's when you get clogged milk ducts, and it's terrible. It makes you feel like you're having the flu, and it hits you like faster than you know what's happening, and you almost are feeling like mentally handicapped, and it feels like you have a rock in your boob and you can't touch it, and it gets hot and it's cold. It's not cold, you get cold. It's literally the craziest thing ever. But out of nowhere last night, after not nursing this boob for like 2 years, I like literally started getting like a hard cluster of like mastitis in my boob. And I'm not kidding, I haven't really had milk in this boob. Like, Jack will pretend to nurse it for like 2 seconds, and I just squeeze in this like disgusting yellow, orangish, like golden, like egg color kind of milk just started coming out, and it hurt, and I just kept squeezing. It's called expressing your milk, and it's when you squeeze your nipple and you pull and and it freaking hurt. But I have had mastitis so many times that I can actually, like, if I catch it right away, I won't have to get an antibiotic, because antibiotics are not that good for you. They actually stay in your gut for like up to 3 to 4 years. And I honestly haven't taken an antibiotic since I've had Jack in 3 years, and I just didn't want to do that because I'm keeping my gut healthy, and I'm being just healthy with food and exercise, and it's working. So it was so crazy, but I literally just had to express my milk, and now it feels fine. And it was just the weirdest thing. And I was just done with my friend sharing milkies with her, and then I got pregnant with Sir Jack. And I got pregnant with Jack, and I was nursing Milo and still just milking one boobie, and then the same thing happened again. It was like I was pregnant, and you know, you hear all these stories like people saying, I'm gonna enjoy my lovely tea. And just to let you know, this tea it's like this cinnamon spice tea, because back in my adolescent years I used to eat the holy shit out of hot tamales. Tamales are really bad for you, so don't eat hot tamales, but drink this cinnamon tea. It smells like cinnamon and together, but it tastes just like hot tamales. You can get your hot tamale mix. And they're just so good. Sorry. Okay, where were we? Oh yes, so then, hello, being pregnant again, and then nursing babies, it freaking sucked. It was like I was like a new mommy nurser again, and that sucked. So like my boobies got all sensitive again, but P.S. just still milk out of this one boobie, my milk maker. And if you see, I have really small boobs, so now I'm down to an A and like a B to maybe a C cup, and I'm pretty much obsessed with just these like sporty spice looking bras, like, and I don't wear them for nursing, I just wear them for comfort, like, because there's actually all these studies nowadays for if you wear underwires, they are actually leading to breast cancer, as well as deodorant. If you wear deodorant, do some research on the aluminum in deodorant, and it gets in your lymph nodes and down to your breasts, and it's actually causing cancer. So do some research on underwires and deodorant, because we want to be alive for a long time to raise our kids, and I want to be around because I have a lot of stories to share, and my mind is lighting up, and I'm not going to be tired. I don't want to get breast cancer. I actually have a friend who had breast cancer last year, and it's really freaking sad and horrible, and I feel horrible for her. It's like the worst thing ever. So just be aware of our boobies, like crazy things. back to, so then I had another baby, Jackie, and I had him, and then my milk, it was crazy, like my milk came in this boob because I was like, I'm gonna have milk in 2 boobs since I'm gonna be tandem nursing again, nursing 2 babies. So I nursed Milo, or see if you could. Milo said yes. Milo's 5, he would still nurse if he could. So I nursed Milo and Jackie, and I would tandem nurse all the time. It would be the cutest thing, like they'd be nursing and sitting here and twiddling and playing with each other, and then they're just like so cute. And then I would nurse Finnegan for Jenny, like my sister Jenny, her son Finnegan is 5, he's almost 6, and I would nurse them together. And I don't know, I just love nursing. And if you know nursing, like you have a lot of time on your hands and a lot of time to reflect. And I don't know, when I first started out, I would just sit there and just mindlessly, like, or I'd fall asleep, not do much, and then that's when I actually learned how to illustrate. And I'm not kidding you, like, I'm not sure which one of these, it was like this Biddy Bia book, like these books, I would literally nurse or pump, and I would draw pictures. And I don't know, like I would get really creative, and I would draw like these pictures. And just, I don't know, like I actually read this study, and these ones, yes, these were the ones that when I was with Milo, these are the ones that I drew when I was pumping for my girlfriend and nursing Milo. This whole book, like I literally like was so creative, like my mind was like, oh, these cutest books, which P.S. I just submitted these to Asia, Scholastic in Asia. Scholastic in Asia, publish these, come on, publish me people. Anyways, so creative nursing. And then I don't know, Milo was like, it's really hard to remember kind of specifically, but it was like between 3 and a couple months to 3.5, and it just kind of felt right, like he needed to be done. And my boys have always been pacifier babies. We call them bubbies, which is actually Yiddish or Jewish for grandmother, which is funny, but my sister Amy Beth and I named them bubbies, pacifiers. We cut Milo off. So now we have Sir Jack. Jack just turned 3. Obsessed with the bubby. He's not obsessed with nursing, but I let him nurse before nap time, before bedtime. If he gets hurt really bad, he'll nurse. Or just sometimes I just want to snuggle him and I nurse him, and I'm totally fine with that. And I love my nursing. And you know what? I'm not saying like, I'm gonna be done nursing Jack tomorrow because he's 3. I don't care. Like, I don't care about people who judge me for nursing. Like, we actually went out last week for my sister's birthday, and it was Jack's nap time, and he was so tired, and we were at a restaurant, and it was like a busy Mexican restaurant, the Rio, so good margaritas, and Jack really wanted to nurse. He had a hat on, and I just kind of sat in the corner, and I nursed him, and I noticed this old man kind of scowling at me, and I was like, you know what, judge yourself, because I'm not here, I'm not judging you, don't judge me. Like my son just wants to snuggle and nurse. I wasn't flopping I've never been like a boob flopper, because I don't have big boobs to flop, but I covered his head up and I kept it a little modest. But dude, this is me, this is what I do. I nurse my babies. Like, that's okay. Like, socially, like, it's not acceptable to nurse in public. Like, and I don't get this. Like, we should never be afraid to do what our bodies are meant to do. Like, our babies have to eat, our kids have to eat. Like, they're hungry. Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Don't ever be ashamed or embarrassed to nurse. Like, I was actually watching another vlog, and it's like this really pretty lady, this pretty girl, and she's super cute, like in her 20s, and she's from Texas and really modest, and she would put on a bathrobe and be very discreet about it. And I'm not like that. Like, I don't know, we just kind of, this is how we are. We just nurse. Like, it's what we do. So where am I at? Oh yeah, so just like nursing Jack, like, so now it's like, there's this thing, jobs, and there's always like, oh yeah, are you gonna get the mommy makeover because you're flappy little baby belly tummy? Like, oh, that's my baby belly tummy. See, and my little C-section scar, because your baby belly tummy and your floppy boobs. I won't show you my boobs because that's inappropriate, but my boobs, my nipples are about this long. Like, for me, no, I'm not getting that. Like, I think all of that, like, it always sounds like this great pun, and I've had 4 friends who've had boob jobs, and honestly, every single one of them that have had a boob job was not happy with their boob job. One of them, in particular, said she wished she'd never done it. She actually, when she was doing some CrossFit workout, she ripped her implant incision, and it slipped, and she had to get emergency freaking surgery. It was like a freaking nightmare, terrible. Like, for me, I just feel like we need to, instead of going to surgery and trying to alter our bodies, like, why don't you work on like loving yourself? Because I think it's most important that we need to love what's inside of us, because we're never going to love what's outside of us. Any of this, no matter how much hair product, no matter how much makeup we have, no matter what new hair color or new haircut or what fancy shirt or shiny gold necklace, or get your braces and your teeth all shiny and perfect, and you're not gonna like anything. Electrolysis, what is the shots in the forehead with the snake venom, Botox, none of that is going to make you happy unless you truly love yourself. Like, I just want to advocate for like loving yourself more. Like, work on what's inside before you try to go under the knife to get a surgery that you don't even know if it's gonna make you happy. Like, again, I just had this girlfriend who got boobs, and she's like, they're just really high and not what I expected. The recovery time was really hard. I couldn't hold my babies, and yeah, it's surgery. Oh, Jack's soaking wet. Here's my nurser. He's outside playing in the water. Oh gosh, what are you doing out there? Are you nursing? Okay, go take your wet stuff off by the door. So he's my nurser, and there's my other nurser. Okay, go change. Oh, don't get wet stuff all over. Or are you cold? Jackie's freezing cold. Do you want me to take your pants off? But I don't know, like I said, like, I'm just here to... Okay, go. Do you want me to help you take them off? Okay, I'm gonna help Jack take his shorts off. Like, I just... Again, about, like... I just wanted to help, like, encourage mommies to love themselves more before we try to go and change our bodies. Like, I have really small boobs, and I used to actually always be so self-conscious about my conscious, huh? That word's a tongue twister, about my small boobs, and I hated them, and I would always wear these Victoria's Secrets, like, double your boob size with the underwire, and the padding was like legit this thick, and they were like $75 bras. Go get new shirts. Go get dried. Oh, let's take off your coat too. Like, I would spend so much money, and I remember specifically going into, which Victoria's Secret's lovely, like, I don't shop there really anymore, but like, I remember going into like the dressing room, and the women with the bra, like, they bring you the bras. Oh, how does that fit? Oh, so figgy pretentious. Like, okay, no bra is going to give you self-confidence, or maybe it will. Maybe you could be one of those people, but I'm not. Like, I just, like, I'm okay with having my little boobies, like, because I'm working at me and in my heart, and I'm just exuding it through my body, like, and it doesn't matter how many muscles I have or how skinny. Not about skinny. I'm on it. Like, I work out because it feels freaking good, and because I have energy, and I feel so creative. Like, if I don't work out in the mornings, I feel like a blob. I have no motivation. I don't feel strong. My mind is all clustered and crazy because, again, I have this kind of OCD, obsessive compulsive, like, I'm just like, I'm a hyperactive goer person. Like, I don't sit down. Like, I'm not sitting on the couch watching TV. I can't do that. Like, my body hasn't done that. Like, I work out because it makes me feel good. So do things that make you feel good. And like, for me, I like reading books to further my knowledge. Like, I don't know. So all of this was all about nursing and boobies, and I don't know, I was just thinking of self-image today, and I want to encourage you to love yourself for who you are, not like, yes, what we can become, but who are we right now, and why do we love ourselves? Like, why would other people want to be around us? Why do our babies want to be around us? Like, why? He wants some. Just Shelly kind of ranting on about nursing. Oh, I'll go get you your shorts. I'm gonna walk Jackie up to his room. So just like I said, like, I just was here just kind of sharing my love for nursing, and I encourage any mama to nurse. And if you need any other encouragement, like you, or want to share your nursing story with me, you can email us at info.storybooksisters@gmail.com. That's storybooksisters, info.storybooksisters@gmail.com. Oh, so I just encourage you to love yourself for who you are, and it doesn't matter how little, how big your boobies are, how big your belly is, how skinny your belly is. It's all about how you think about yourself up here, how you feel about yourself in here. Yeah, so, and in here, and in your tummy, yes, because I am teaching my children to love themselves for who they are, and it's up to us to love ourselves and just do that. So here, we'll share this with you. So be strong and brave and be happy. This is Shelley.